in the heart of the state of New Mexico, is the city of Albuquerque. Lieutenant Brock Niprath is out on patrol with rookie officer Kyle Fredrickson.
It was my second week with Officer Niprath. I felt like we got along pretty well right away.
My favorite part of the job has always been training. And it's just fun to impart knowledge to the next generation.
The officers respond to a robbery in progress at a local store.
The loss prevention officers had observed an individual concealing items and that they had prior run-ins with him.
You guys outside?
It's all a bunch of toys into a bear and into the
We saw him kind of walking around the store. He would go to an area that was less crowded and then he would conceal an item in his backpack. He's not being overly brazen. He's, picking smaller items, things that might not be on the security tag. It's not high value items. It makes my job more difficult because I have to deal with him instead of maybe dealing with something more serious. So it is a little frustrating to watch somebody do that kind of thing. What makes it a good training situation is the recruits will get a good opportunity to learn how to conduct an investigation. All that gets done on a shoplifting in a relatively low stakes environment.
I would expect this confrontation to be a, hey, stop, give me your ID, and we move on. Maybe give him a citation.
We would consider this kind of like a lower stakes call, obviously, because they're stealing. We don't necessarily have any indication that they have a weapon. So going into it, it's a little bit easier to lower the stress on a recruit officer, give them opportunities to build up their confidence. We begin to see him kind of come to the front of the store. We obviously watch him, pass all the registers without making any attempt to pay for any of the merchandise that he's got concealed in his backpack. That's when we decide to go take him into custody. So you kind of psych yourself up. You start game planning. If he runs, I'm going to do this. If he gives up, we can do this. If he fights, we're going to do this.
Hey, boss. Hey, man. Don't do it. Stop.
This is my first foot chase. Is my training good enough to keep up with this guy? He grabbed the gun and pulled it out of his waistband. The barrel of the gun was within a foot or two of my face. It was a feeling that this is going to hit me and this is going to hurt a lot. I pulled my gun out and I pointed it towards him. I didn't shoot. There was a chance that I would have missed, and I don't want to take the chance of hitting somebody else.
I didn't know if a round had hit him.
You okay? You're good, you're good.
But we can't stop now. We've got to keep going.
I felt like I had noodles for legs, and I was having to force my feet to keep moving.
Parking lot by the tail is 34 to 24. Episode still at westbound.
He's armed now. We know he's fleeing towards a busy intersection. My biggest concern is I don't want him to have an opportunity to, steal somebody's car at gunpoint or take a hostage.
It looks to be a WMA. Ponytail. It's across Eubank. You're good? Check yourself.
Officer Niprath was telling me to stop and to check myself to see if I was shot. I didn't think I was.
just west of Eubank. Looks like the mail stop joining the neighborhood. Advise southeast. I don't have eyes on him anymore. What's your 20? I'm in front of the Yearwood. Subject said that the guy jumped the fence back here.
We don't follow him when he jumps over the wall because it presents a danger to us. Obviously, he's got a firearm and he could be waiting on the other side of the wall to ambush us.
It's a feeling when somebody gets away from you that you failed.
Hey Kyle, step forward into the alley so I can see you. Frame 524 PD, 3 shots were fired. Looked like it was possibly a revolver. They saw him jump this fence. This one? Going west?
This guy just shot at me, shot at my recruit. You know, we will figure out who he is. We will eventually find him and get him and bring him to justice. We had police units on the perimeter making PA announcements over a loudspeaker, telling citizens to stay inside, you know, if anything happened, to call us. Once we kind of get the perimeter set up, Kyle and I get pulled back to the command post. SWAT team starts arriving to get units into the area. The search was difficult for our SWAT team just because of how big the geographic area was.
-25, it doesn't appear anybody's home.
With several city blocks, they're having to go house by house, which takes a tremendous amount of time to do things the right way so that everybody's safe.
One of our biggest fears was that he was going to break into a home and take hostages.
Police department. Hi, is there anybody inside that's not supposed to be?
No, I looked around and I didn't see anyone.
Okay, is there anybody that's in your backyard that's not supposed to be?
On the back? No.
Yeah, do you have any dogs back there?
No, my dog is inside right now.
Cool, can you stay inside? We're gonna search your backyard.
Okay.
Is there a lock on your gate?
Yes, it is.
Can I have the key?
Okay, let me just go on front.
All right.
As part of our SWAT team deployment, they launched our helicopter, which is equipped with infrared imaging, you know, thermal imaging. It has microphone capabilities to give commands to subjects, and they have radio communication with us, the SWAT team and ground units.
4 hours into the search, the suspect is still at large. But then, a call comes in to 911.
So there's a house behind us, and there was a guy coming out the window in a red shirt, and as soon as he seen the helicopter, he jumped back in the window. He actually looks like this guy that he comes around and tries to sell people stolen shit. My wife was standing in the door too, and she said that it was Charles.
Officers are now able to identify the suspect as Charles Purvis.
As soon as we had the 911 caller identify the house, the SWAT team set up a smaller perimeter around the house.
Charles, we know you're in the house. It's time to come out of the house. Come out the front door with your hands up and empty, and we can't guarantee your safety.
We wouldn't send officers directly to the door or to the windows. We don't want somebody to get shot.
Suspect Charles Purvis refuses to come out, so officers change tactics.
The safest option is for us to try and force him out with the use of chemical munitions like tear gas. Tear gas is non-lethal.
Come to the door and open it!
It makes it hard to breathe. It makes your nose hurt. It makes your throat hurt. It makes your lips burn. It makes your eyes hurt.
Charles, come out the front door with your hands up and empty, and we can't guarantee your safety. Follow the instructions of all officers, and we will get you out of there safely. Open the front door.
He said he can't open the door.